Okay, Q&A leadership training, December 29, 2021. And if you have a question before you unmute yourself, just raise your hand. You'll see at the bottom of your screen where you have your little menu, you'll see a thing where you can raise your hand, or you see the little 3 dots. You click on that, you can raise your hand. Milo, you had your hand up first, my friend.
I did. How about that? Well, I'm looking forward to being the first gold in North Dakota. How is that?
I love it. And I like hearing that. That's exactly what you need to do. You need to claim it, brother.
Oh, it's gonna be, and it'll be shortly, man.
Well, you're already a silver. You're not too far away from gold. I looked at you the other day.
Yeah, that's right. I haven't even started signing people up yet. How's that sound?
Exactly. That's right.
I'm waiting for this gold rush contest, so I can take home some prizes. How about that?
Yeah, I'm glad you mentioned that, because I'm going to answer some questions on that gold rush contest here. I'm gonna give a little explanation before I answer questions, because a lot of people's questions are going to be the same. But do you have a question, Milo?
I did. And it comes to the autosaver and changing someone's date. I know you have went through this before. When I have had, gone into some of my downline and had them change the date, do they need to delete the first one, the one that they have, and then select a new one with a new date and add that one?
Yes, sir.
Right?
Otherwise, they'll have 2 autosavers. Anytime you have that little yellow band, that's an autosaver and what's under it. And so typically what I tell people is to add it, and then you see both of them, and then delete the one that you want to delete. And then
Correct.
You end up with just one there. And I'm glad you asked that question, because I just gave a training on that again. And this is something I talked with a new leader coming in Hawaii today. That's going to be very good. And we had this similar question, and I encouraged her that right off the bat, when you enroll someone, as you getting them set up, the company is going to put it on the 1st to the 15th. So if you enroll people today and tomorrow, their autosaver is going to be set for the 15th. So what you do is you go in there and you set it for the 26th, and you delete the 15th. And they're going to be sponsoring people. The new people are going to be sponsoring people in the next week or couple of days or 2 weeks. So when they sponsor people, their 32 days start all over again. And so whenever they sponsor someone, since you knew they sponsored someone, if you're their sponsor, you help them, remind them to go, hey, let's go to your autosaver. I'm going to save you some money and help you earn more money and save money. That's what we're here for, right? Earning more money and saving money. Okay. And then go in and show them in their profile, they're active 0 days because they just sponsored somebody. That means they got 32 more days of activity. Now go set their autosaver either for the 8th, the 21st, or the 26th. Those are the only 3 dates that you set it for. And you set it for the furthest one away that keeps them active. The 8th, the 21st, or the 26th. And if you start that with your brand new group, then your volumes are going to be equal as your group grows. Because I've been trying to teach this now for 4 years, and I just can't get it through everybody's hard head that they're all throwing money down the drain. And many of them are causing their own associates to throw money down the drain. Because the people who get hurt the most are not you and I at the higher ranks. The people who get hurt the most are the associates and the coppers. Because when y'all start seeing, many of you like Milo, the PSI team, and even the Hawaii team, y'all don't have renewals coming in yet. The company does not auto renew on that date that you have. They batch auto renew, meaning that if you don't renew yourself during the month, that they're going to renew you on the first day of the month following your month of renewal. So everybody gets renewed on the first. What is the biggest autosaver date? The first. And so if you got an associate after they've been in for a year and they got groups and they got volume underneath them, now the first is their biggest autosaver day, and then all their renewals come in on the first. Guess what? They got 1,500 points, but they can only earn $500. It wasn't averaged out the whole month. Shame on you as a leader for letting that happen to them, because you didn't teach them to change their autosaver dates and to go in and click renew now, ahead of time. And you can actually pick the time, since you're their sponsor, you're their upline. Hey, maybe you need 100 points to click off another $500 check. You better be reminding them, because guess what? Either it went to loyalty points or it flushed and you didn't get that $500 check, all because you didn't help your person renew on time. And then you let it go to where it flushes everybody else's volume too. So y'all, I think everybody's getting where I say this is a real teamwork business, that we all watch our back offices, we all watch our team's business, and we help one another optimize our checks. Thank you for bringing that one up, Milo. That's a great one to have in question and answer. Kathy.
I have a coin question, autosaver question.
Yeah.
Let's say I want 2 different states in the same month.
Do they release them?
Do they release 2 in the same month, or what is the release schedule?
They typically have 4 that they rotate in the same month. And you typically on the same center, you won't get the same coin, a state or a state animal or the gold state series. You typically won't get the same coin in the same month on that same center. You will if you have center A and then center B. Yeah, you can get the same coin then.
If they're releasing 4 in the same month, what's the best way to get all 4?
So if they're releasing 4 per month, what's the best way to get all 4?
Order them on the same center. You know what I'm talking about?
I don't understand what you mean by the same center, the same
Okay.
person.
Yeah, same person. In other words,
Okay.
I order one week on me. I order one the next week on me. I order one week the next week on me. You know, because go here. Let me help everybody here. Go to USA. Go to 7ktoday.com. Okay, and then look at how the random generator report, selector report works. Has anybody done that? Because I'm going to show you where to go. We hadn't done it. And because a lot of people aren't doing some of this, and hopefully I can get on my 7K Today site. Okay, y'all see 7K Today on the screen? Kathy, You're the one talking. Can you see 7K today?
I can see it.
Okay.
Yes, sir, we can.
Okay, if you see 7K today, and if you'll look, and what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna scroll down to the bottom here, but if you notice, I'm kind of looking for a subject. Right now, I'm gonna try and get them to put a search function in here because the way they make our website is not, we got too many good information here. But if you look, I'm trying to look how this rotation program works, and it tells me, and the same thing with the coin drop. So down here at the bottom, you got 15 pages. Okay, so I have to click and I have to look through each page to find what I'm looking for. And it's loading up, and I found a new autosaver. Now, nope, that's not what I'm looking for. That's not what I'm looking for. Let me look at the new one and go to page 3. And new coin drop walkthrough. Hey, everybody that wants to explain how that works, this is where you send them right here. Okay. And it's on page 3, but y'all see how you got to go through page 3. And so now autosaver, 7K autosaver smart selector explain. Click on it. And now you're going to, your answer to your question is right here, Kathy. Okay. They explain how their system works. And then what you have to do is try to figure out how to get one of the 4. And the only way I have figured it out so far is I have to order, if I want one of each one this month, for sure, I have to order the same coin on the same center, my name, 4 times this month. And then that way I make sure I get one of each one. Because
Okay.
it's,
Yeah.
their selector says they won't send you the one that they just sent you out of the 4 they're shipping. That's what it basically says. It looks through what you have and then sends you out of what they're sending. They send you what you don't have out of what they're sending. And if you already have one of them, they send you the one you have the least of out of what they're sending. That's what that auto selector says. Okay.
All right. I'm sorry. My computer crashed, so I had to come back in.
Oh, I'm sorry.
But I think I got most of it there. I appreciate you answering.
Yeah, it's in 7K today, the answer to that.
Okay, thank you.
Yes, Kim.
It's an honor. Thank you for everything that you do. I know this is the first time I've had a chance to meet you, but my question, I don't know if it's out of range or it's more pertaining to the Gold Rush. We have an emergency team meeting tomorrow with the leaders and see how we're going to put this team together. But I want to make sure we don't provide them the wrong information, like as to what the contest is about. How did it accumulate? Is it about duplication, the ranking, or is it the volume? I would love to see where I can get the details from.
Let me try and give a quick, I'm glad, go ahead. I want to give it a little brief. On my last Saturday trainings, I think I've given 2 trainings. In those recordings, I have talked about this program, but I'm going to give a little quick summary of it again. This Gold Rush is a team deal, and you definitely want to have 5 members in your team. Do not come in with 3. Okay. Get 5. Okay. And the best way to form your team is with people who are building and growing. The optimum team would be a new person of even just an associate or a copper. You do not want people of rank on your team. Hey, Mila, Kim, you don't want people of rank on your team. They're already lazy, okay? I'm just kidding. the way you make points in this is you've got to be committed to go to work. And you get the most points by enrolling new people. So it's all about growth. Growth for the company, growth for the new people, growth for that team that's working together. And you're better off to be in your same sponsorship team, you know? And so an optimum is a person that's a copper or bronze, they're brand new, that bronze, their goal is to become a gold. And they're going to do it in this contest. And they're committed to it. And so they got to have what, if they're going to be a gold and they're a bronze, they got to have a copper on the left that's ready to go to silver or above. And they got to have one on their right that's ready to go to silver or above. So that's who they want to partner up with if they're willing to work. If they're not willing to work, they need to get another partner and put in there. And so you're better off having that person have one of their people on their left or right, whoever's wanting to make the biggest commitment. And so now we just went down the line. I'm the team leader. You decide you can be the team leader if you've got two people on your left and two people on your right that you're going to work together with. You're all going to rank up together. Well, that's an optimum team. You don't need rank on your team. You're going to make rank is what you're going to do. Okay. And so you're going to be sponsoring people. You're going to be ranking up. You're going to get personal rank ups and you're going to get points for all of that. Okay. Now, what you win is, I don't know, they haven't announced it. I mean, the company has just dropped the ball on this one. I'm sorry. You know, truth is truth. They dropped the ball. Get on it.
Well, Bob, I'm not looking
They're going to announce what the prizes are and what the points are. All I can tell you is the way it's been in the past.
Okay.
And that's all I'm telling you is the way it's been in the past.
So if I understand you correctly, this is based on personal production, team production?
It's based on both. I'm about to explain that.
Okay.
First of all, the team will have to meet a minimum total score.
Okay.
They're going to have to make let's say you have to make 2,000 points as a team. Then the individuals to win the prize, and then they may have you make 2,000 points to win this prize. You make 3,000 points, you win this prize. Make 4,000 points, you win this prize. Make 5,000 points, you win this prize. Okay. And then maybe 10 of these prizes away, 15 of these, 5 of these, and 2 of these. You know, that's the way they've done it in the past. Okay. So the more points you have and the less number of prizes they're going to give out, but the more value that prize is. Okay. And so the team has to make a minimum score. The individuals have to own that team, have to make a minimum score to get the prize too. Everybody on the team wins that prize if the team makes that score, if that individual made that minimum score. So let me give you an example. My wife and I both had a team. Now, this was before we were gold. This was 2 gold rush contests ago. Her team won and my team won. And I ranked up to gold and she ranked up to gold. Okay. And we won the gold rush contest. And her team beat my team. But we were building them. Okay. Both of us. And I had 5 people on my team. Pamela had 5 people on her team. Only 2 people on my team, me and another person, were the only ones that won that prize. The other 3 didn't make the minimum score. My score and the other person's score made the whole team score. But the other 3 people didn't make the minimum score, so they didn't win the prize. You follow that?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so it's a team and individual combined effort of how you win the points.
Okay.
Okay. And I imagine they're going to do the same thing. From what I was hearing out of Jason, I doubt seriously they're going to change the rules up a lot, because it's hard to write up all these crazy rules for contests. So I imagine they'll just use the same rules they've used in the past, and then they're just trying to decide what prizes they're going to have.
Yes,
So
sir.
again, optimum team is young, hungry, new people wanting to rank up fast. That is your optimum team. Okay.
Yes, sir.
You don't want me on your team. Trust me.
Well,
I'm an albatross for somebody, unless I'm ready to go to presidential goal. And right now I'm not. Okay. That's not in the cards for me right now. That's at the latter half of this next year. My whole role this first 6 months is total support for all these new leaders that's growing, and to help all y'all get set up for momentum that's going to be coming. But if I do my job correctly, I won't have to worry about volume for the rest of my life, and neither will my grandchildren. Okay.
Right.
Then I can go work on our presidential goal later. Okay.
so to give you a brief synopsis, I'm sure you've probably already been observing the growth of our team, but my left side is 3 bubbles from bronze. My right side is 2 bubbles from bronze. I'm about 11 bubbles from silvers. But underneath those 2 that are almost becoming bronze, we have a total of 11 coppers coming out. So I'm setting up the team right now. We're looking at I would say about 15 builders altogether that are active, that attend the meeting twice a week with us.
What you want to do there, Kim, is you want to set up 3 teams.
3 teams.
You want to
okay.
set up your team, and you want to set up a team below that and a team below that, where those 5 are together. So what you just told me is I would be putting together 3 teams, and
Yes.
I would try to get mine, and all 3 of your teams, your team and the other 2 teams, you'll be working together as a tripartite, trying to get you up to your rank that you want to go to gold or executive goal. Man, that's the way to do it. Okay. And you got all of you working together for the same goals, and you're all working for extra prizes. And these are all gravy. This is all lanyard. You get your commissions while you going through a contest, and you're getting rank ups. And if people become a silver in 90 days and hold it 45 days, get a 100-ounce bar. I mean, look at all that you could put there as promotional benefits of why they need to do this. You follow me?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Okay.
Thank you, sir.
Next question. I saw somebody with a hand up. They must have taken it down. Hey, any questions on what I trained you on tonight? You're telling me nobody's got a question on that?
I have a question, Bob.
Okay.
It's Kool-Aid.
It sounded like Kool-Aid, but I can't see you.
It is.
Oh, there you are. I see you now.
Okay. I wanted to ask you, if somebody wanted to move a large amount of money out of their bank account into the Sound Money wallet, how do you, what would be your suggestion? They don't want to use wire? Yeah.
Well, wire is the best and fastest way to do that. Otherwise, the other way is to write a check, send it in.
Or money orders?
You can do a money order, but that's a large money order. Why not just
Yeah,
write a check?
Okay, because they didn't want to have when they take out the money from the bank, they didn't want to have it be traced. So this
Oh,
person
no,
said
no,
that
no,
they-
no, no way. Everybody's under a misconception about this stuff, about banks and tracing. Look, your money in your bank is already accounted for. So where you move it for somewhere else, that doesn't matter. I mean, I've moved hundreds of thousands of dollars from one institution to another institution. They don't track what you earn. What happens is what you're looking at is when money shows up in an account and there's no accounting that they have of where that money came from. Once you get money in you, look, let me give y'all an example. We just helped a person. I've helped two people by over $250,000 worth of Silver Eagles from the company. Okay. We help one person. I've got a person in our group that helped a person buy $1 million worth. And so it was simply a wire transfer of $1 million from his bank to 7K. That was it. Once you get your money in your account, it's already been tracked. Government knows you got it already. Okay.
okay,
Now,
so
once you get it into 7K, guess what? Now you got private transactions. What you do with it after that is totally private.
okay,
There's the difference. Okay.
all right, thank you.
Okay. Yeah. But I totally understand everybody's, I totally understand what people are concerned about that. Let me share this. I had a person, it was either yesterday or today, and they were so excited. They got a really good, because y'all know, I tell you, at this time and place, when it comes to bullion, as long as you're buying from a reputable source, and the only reputable sources I say are reputable are APMEX, Kitco, JM Bullion, SD Bullion, and Money Metals to a certain extent. And there are two others, but I just don't even like to say their name because they very seldomly have really good low prices. But when it comes to bullion, buy your bullion where you get it at its lowest price. You don't have to buy it from 7K. I mean, I got a monster box sitting right over here. I bought it from JM Bullion the other day because, well, I was ready to buy it and I didn't want to store it in a vault. So I got the best deal and I bought it from JM Bullion. Here, I got a half a monster box of Buffaloes. I got those the other day from SD Bullion. They had them at a ridiculously low price of $26.37 each. I mean, that was low price, So you buy your bullion where you can get your lowest price. Sometimes 7K has the lowest price. It depends on who gets the shipment right now because they're all out of inventory. Now, my monster box from JM Bullion, it took them 3 weeks to deliver it to me. They didn't have it in stock, but I still got it at a low price. So we don't make any profit off of bullion. For the first 4 years, I could give those trainings that y'all saw on the internet, and 7K always had the lowest price. It's because they were all the other players were carrying inventory and they got to cover their inventory costs. Well, 7K hardly carries any inventory. They get it in and they turn it out and they sell it at the same price that they buy it at. So they don't make profit off of it and they don't pay commission on it. So for the first 4 years, we could always say, yeah, we got the best price. Well, we can't now because of this interim supply shortage thing. One day we might have the best price. The next day or the next week, we don't. But when it comes to bullion, it doesn't matter. Now, if I'm going to buy a product and store it in a vault, I'm going to buy it from 7K. Why? It's because I get free storage. There's nobody out there that gives you free storage in their private vault. No one. I've been using private vaults for 8 years. So I already know all about private vaults, and I know what they charge, and I know all the games they play. 7K is the only one who doesn't play any games. They keep what you got. Yeah, they'll buy it back from you out of your sound money wallet, do a click of a button, or they'll ship it to you. No problem. So when I want to vault, I vault in 7K. And everybody else makes up their mind on that. Okay, that brought a lot of questions. I saw, so, well, whatever discussion we had. Michael, you had your hand up first.
Hey, Bob, I appreciate this, man. Can you hear me okay?
Yeah.
Okay,
Loud and
great.
clear.
All right. I actually have a couple of questions. My first one is, unfortunately, some of the team leaders weren't teaching as they were enrolling how to hit the little check box for their information to go in their footer. And so as we're enrolling people, for us to rank up, we're not able to reach these people to let them know which way to place. Is there a way?
We have that same problem, Michael. Even us, when we're enrolling people and we want to place somebody under somebody to help rank up. Yeah, we have this, but we don't have it as prolifically as you do, okay, as y'all do. And yeah, what you have to do is what we do, okay, is that you're going to have to try and find the person that enrolled that person, because they got an email from the company, their sponsor. You can look and find out who their sponsor is. Do y'all know how to do that?
Yes.
Okay, because all you do is go to downline, click on their name, you can see their sponsor. Plus you can see their upline, but it's their sponsor is where you need to go. You contact that sponsor because they got a email from the company saying that James just enrolled, you need to go and sponsor him, and they give his contact information to them. Telephone number and email. And so you contact that sponsor and you have them forward you that email from the company. Did that help?
It did. Thank you.
And y'all need, as moderators, y'all need to teach that in the group, because
We're trying our best.
Oh, I know, but I'm talking
Yeah.
about what I just told you.
I got okay.
Nobody knows how to do that except me.
I got you.
So I have been teaching that only person to person. I've never taught it in a training. Tarita can see it. I've never taught it in a training yet. I've only been doing it person to person. Okay.
Okay.
And so this is the first time it ever got out to multiple people at one time. That little trick that I
got you.
Okay.
Thank you. I have one more question, but I'll gladly get back in line.
No. Go ahead.
You sure? Okay. There's a misconception out there as far as buying coins under someone to keep them active as to who gets points versus who gets commission. Can you clear that up for us?
Okay. Well, there's when you buy a coin on a person's center or their website, they are the ones that get the points.
Right.
Okay. If you buy it on the retail side, they actually make a retail profit check. Okay. If you buy it on the autosaver inside, or you call up the company and you order a coin and they process the autosaver for you, then they are the ones that get the points and they process up, just like anything, but they're the one that gets the points. Did that help?
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Okay. Lisa.
Hello,
Hey?
With the wire transfers, is
Yes.
there, you said you transferred $1 million
Yeah,
at one time?
Yeah.
So I thought that, what's the thing about $10,000 then? Because I thought I saw in the
Okay,
FAQ question,
ten-
something
10
about 10,000.
okay, here's the thing about $10,000. If you buy, okay, one second. Let me turn off some so I can show some. Video settings. Let me try and find background. Okay, you see this? Everybody
Yes.
see this? Okay. I've got this posted on all of our band apps for every team. I think I posted, in October. So you just scroll down until you see those pictures. Some items are reportable when you buy them, and some are not reportable. If you buy American Eagle gold and silver coins of any fractional denomination or full ounces, there is no limit that you can buy, and no 1099B is written. If you buy the American gold buffalo coin, there is no limit. You can buy $1 million worth, and the company will not write a 1099B on your purchase of those. Same thing with the American Eagle silver coins. You can buy $1 million worth, and the 7K will not write a 1099B on it. Now, I will not tell you that all other companies do not have to write a 1099B either, but JM Bullion wrote a 1099B on me 2 years ago, and I got awfully mad. Awfully mad. Because I bought a monster box of American Eagles, and it was over $10,000. And at the end of the year, when I was getting all my 1099s, I got a 1099B in, and I got awfully mad. But it's just their policy that they just started that year. I don't know if they're still doing it or not. I don't know, because I was really mad because it's not reportable, and there was no reason for them to write a 1099B on. Now, some companies choose to do that. Now, there are reportable items. Let's say, how many of you love, oh, these things are so heavy. Y'all know what that is, huh? Oh, I thought I was strong. I guess I'm really getting old. Well, if you buy 10 of those suckers, you're going to get a 1099B on you because you bought 1,000 ounces at one time. So if you buy 1,000 ounces of those buffalo rounds, that's why, what did I tell y'all a minute ago? How many did I buy of the buffaloes? Half a monster box, right? There's a reason I only bought a half a monster box. I only wanted 250 ounces, okay? Is because I didn't want rounds and bars, gold, silver, and other thing. If you buy 1,000 ounces or more at one time, they're going to do a 1099B on you. Now, what does that mean? Well, that means that the government knows you bought those items, and they're going to put it in their little thing. And if you don't report on it, sometimes in your tax filing, they're going to be coming and asking you, what did you do with those coins? Because they want to know if you sold them. And if you sold them, they want to know how much you sold them for. And if you made a profit on them, they want to collect money from you because it's a reportable item. That's where the $10,000 comes from, is what you buy in metals. And so always buy less than 10,000 if you're buying a reportable item. to buy less.
All
And you're gonna
right.
get a 1099 bill.
Thank you. Thank you very
Absolutely.
much.
Let's see. Christina,
Hi, I am glad to be here. I just learned about your videos on, I think, Monday night from Todd Collins. And I am not an associate yet, but looking forward to being that. Is it normal to kind of feel overwhelmed at the beginning with all this information?
absolutely. And you should be totally overwhelmed, because this is the whole point of what we do 7K and why we do it and why you join. You joined to learn what you have not been taught all your life on purpose. They did not teach you about gold and silver on purpose. And that's a sin. We have all been led with little rings in our noses to make people wealthy off of the paper economy. We are participating in God's economy. Gold and silver is God's money. Nobody can make more of it. And it's only a little bit of it in the whole world. And he's the only one that can make it. And so that's why every currency that's ever been put into place since they've had commerce, and that goes way back to Jesus's time, even before Jesus, since they had commerce, it's been based on gold and silver, and it always will be. 1913 wasn't the first time that we had a currency reset in America. I mean, people, come on, let's wake up. 1913 wasn't the first time we had a currency reset in America. We've had paper currency since we've been in the 1600s. It's just that this time when they had a reset, they said, okay, it's going to be based on gold and silver, or we're not going to have a reset. We're not going to recognize any paper. That basically was what was happening in 1913. Well, we're about to go through that same thing again. And those with gold and silver will rule, like it always has been. That's why the governments and the banks are hoarding everything they can get their hands on. And that's why we are trying to teach people to get your fair share, whatever you decide to get. And then we give you an education. So yes, ma'am, Christina, you should feel totally overwhelmed, but don't let it overwhelm you. Do this. You got a team. Take patience. You didn't get a high school degree in 1 year, did you? It took 12 years, right? And so here we got good news for you. You get to learn and earn while you learn, and you get to have fun, and you get to protect your wealth, and you don't have to go out and spend $20,000, $30,000, take big risks. We want you to get educated before you spend some money, okay? And so nothing better than a membership deal. Get a membership, just the learning process is worth more than the membership cost. And if you learn to take advantage of all the membership benefits, your savings that you're going to get with 7K Advantage alone will pay more than your membership. And if you're still paying taxes, guess what? You're not paying anything. You're just cheating that old tyrannical government out of a little bit of their tax money that they're going to rule over you with and us by using that tax money to buy you some gold and silver and pay for your auto shipper, okay? So learn those things, concentrate on that first, and then work with your leadership, okay?
Thank you.
You bet. Kim.
Sorry for boring questions. This
No,
one
no,
that
no
I'm gonna
questions
ask you-
for you.
Okay,
Go
this
ahead.
one I'm gonna ask you is in regards to Vegas. I hold a pretty tight ship when it comes to accountability and knowing who register, but do we have the ability to ask corporate so that we can monitor on our team, like who's registered? Like me personally, I know this might sound kind of weird, Bob, but I've already booked a breakout room for our team. But I also need to know, for recognition purpose and things of that nature, it's good to know who's going to be there and who's not going to be there. Would they give us the ability to know like how many people or who registered on our team?
Oh, you mean for Las Vegas?
Las Vegas, yes.
You know, I've never even asked that question. Just call support and ask. You know, it never hurts to ask. But I don't know if they will or not. You know?
I mean, I hold a pretty tight ship. I mean, I already know we have 30 people registered. Just because I'm communicating twice a week with the builders, but it's just good to know because it's gonna go to the point where it goes wildfire, where you're not gonna be able to be as tight with everybody else. And
No,
it's good to know.
I understand what you're saying. I always got people when we were, because I bill from event to event. That's what I teach.
Mhm.
And I really, my job was to get my people that I was working with, or my direct people, get them committed, and then help them get their people committed. And we just kind of built our list as we were doing it, you know.
Okay.
And we never asked the company. We pretty much knew who was coming. And you know, maybe you didn't know, but at each event, I've always gotten a suite, and I kind of hosted the new teams that I was working with during that particular time, and concentrated and working with new teams. Like in Salt Lake, we had a YNPSI together, along with a couple of other people from my other groups that came into the suite. But I'm always, you know, trying to do the same thing that you're talking about. And that's a great thing you're doing. And I commend you for that. Okay.
Well, you're in the business of moving people, right?
That's right. It's in the business. It is a people business. That is right.
All right.
Good questions. Great questions, everybody. Okay, Tarita, did you have a question? I saw.
Yes, I did. So Bob, just want to make sure that I heard it clear. So if someone had transferred over $70,000 into Sound Money, the tax, the bank,
Yeah.
7K, will they?
No, they don't do a 1099-B on.
Okay.
They don't do a 1099-B because it's just a money transfer, you know.
It's different, Bob, if they did it from a bank or would they do it from a wire, right?
That doesn't matter. The wire comes from a bank or from, and
Okay.
you know, they can do a cashier's check. They can actually do a personal check and mail it in. It just takes longer for it to process and get there. But the forms of funding your account are the same with everyone. And it's normally the banks themselves are the ones that do the restricting. I know on ACH transfer, yeah, that you can't. I couldn't ACH transfer $30,000 the other day. I mean, it's just ridiculous. They won't let me do it. And so I had to do a cashier's check. And it took me 2 days to get my cashier's check done. Yeah.
That's kind of what happened to us today too.
Yeah.
It's like
But they don't have the money at the bank is the problem.
That's right.
So they got to move funds around until they get it there. Then they can write the check.
Yeah, they told us we couldn't get it until next week.
There you go. Same thing. Yeah. Hey, when I did a real estate transaction about 8 months ago, $130,000. I had to use 3 banks.
I remember that.
Yeah, I told y'all about that one before. I got so frustrated, it just made me so mad. And I had enough money in each one of them. Well, I don't anymore because I don't want to keep that kind of money in those banks.
Right. That's right. Okay, Bob, thank you.
Yes, sir,
for that.
Milo. Milo, yes, sir.
Is it? Yes, sir. So on the transfers into the Sound Money wallet, are we limited to like $2,500 per transaction, but you can do numerous ones per day?
It depends on your bank. 7K doesn't limit it. It's the banks that limit it.
Right. Right.
And it depends on, it depends on you.
That's my under.
I have one
Excuse me.
bank.
That's my understanding too. Is the bank?
No, it is the bank. So I can tell you, I already know that because I've experienced it myself in trying to help other people transfer money. I have one of my own, I have 3 banks. And I have one bank that limits me to $2,500 a day ACH. That's it. $2,500 ACH. Now, 2 years ago, I could do whatever I wanted. It didn't matter. But now, $2,500. That should tell people something. It told me something.
I asked my banker. I gave him a dollar bill, or I said, hey, can I get my silver out of the bank here? And he's like, what? I'm like, I got $20. I'd like to take my silver out of the bank. And he goes, come on, Milo, we don't have any silver. And I'm like, yeah, we got problems, buddy.
Yeah, you're right, brother. Yes, sir. Yes, ma'am, Kathy.
All right, I'm back on autosavers. If I get 2 autosavers on the same day, will they be 2 different coins?
They should be on the same account.
All right.
They should be. And if they aren't, you send an email immediately to support and say, your stupid system doesn't work. I got 2 because I wanted different ones, and you sent me the same one. So change it and send me the right one.
All right. Well, and also I've purchased several from Stack and Sell, and I assume that they're tracking those too that I've purchased.
No, Track and Sell is not tracked by them for you. No.
Oh, so they don't know that I have those coins.
Nope.
Well, that stinks.
So if they release 4 coins a month, you should be able to get 4 of the state coins.
Yes. So if they release 4 coins a month, I ought to get.
They
those
rotate 4. It's 4. They sometimes what y'all got to understand is this. They don't make all 7,777 of that state in one production run. Okay. So they have, like, they've been shipping Hawaii coin, the state animal series. They've been shipping Hawaii, and they've been shipping what is it? I got them today. I got a whole slew of them. Let me see.
I got one yesterday or last week.
I can't read. I got the Rocky Mountain coin. I got the Hawaii coin. I got the Utah coin and the Michigan coin. So see, I got 4 different ones. But then I got a brand new one. Well, I hadn't got it before. I was looking at it. I said, wow, they got a new state they added. Well, I can't find it.
So they don't necessarily.
Oh, it's Oregon. Oregon.
Oh.
Or Oregon. The
Oregon.
Dungeness crab. Oregon. I got Oregon.
Yeah. I don't think, do we?
So they don't necessarily release 4 new coins each month.
But what they do is they'll keep, as long as they're making them and they grade, they'll keep shipping them. And then when they get low of one, they'll add that other one in. And then and then they'll add another one in. And then they'll drop one and then add another one. That's how they're doing it. But the best person to get an explanation from that that's Blake's idea. So call up Blake and make him explain it.
Okay. All right. Great. Thank you.
Because none of us liked it and we still don't like it. But it's not our choice. Yes, sir. Milo, you got your hand up again, brother. You just chock-a-block full of questions, aren't you, Milo? He just left his hand up.
I just left my hand up. Sorry, buddy.
Yeah, Kim, you got another question?
Yeah, sorry about that. I'm making up for all the weeks I didn't come on your call. But I got a question more on so we're promoting your call. But what would you want me to set the bar at? I don't want them to take you for granted. We want to set the bar to where maybe at the copper level, we want them to earn it. We don't want them to just kind of show up and
it's really the training I'm going to get. The people who are going to get the most out of the trainings that I'm going to do on this leadership are going to be copper and above. And I can appreciate Christina is here tonight and she's just joined. She's not even an associate yet. She wants to be it. And I'm not going to discourage that, but I'm going to say that the questions that they need to get their questions answered by their people, by their leaders, because they're going to be very basic questions. And but the question that she asked, Christina, was a fabulous question because that's never been asked by a new person. And she was honest enough to ask it. And I thank you so much for asking that question, Christina, because you're not in a boat that's alone. Everybody, I don't care who they are, they're all felt the same way, overwhelmed. Isn't that right, Tarita? Tarita didn't even join until 47 point some hours of Zooms with me, and then she finally joined. I mean, that's hours.
Yeah.
She had every question in the world.
Yeah. You think Milo's bad, mine was just really bad. But I just want to encourage everyone, like what Christina was sharing. Christina, it's good that everyone's overwhelmed, that you are overwhelmed, but having a tracking and just following a system and being committed to that system and getting an accountability partner it will help you so much. But making sure that you have Bob's call. Of course, you have Todd and everybody else. But if you want to start from the basic, and have that camaraderie, this is a call. I mean, I asked Bob, I texted Bob and said, hey, are you having a call tonight? And the reason why I actually do that is for myself to be accountable as well. And that I would know what I'm doing in order for me to teach it. We need to understand what we're doing ourselves and to be on the same page and the same pace as everyone else. But just an encouragement, Christina. That was an awesome question.
Yeah, thank you, Tarita.